And now you hear audio. Sorry about that. All right, I'm using my Sony digital camera. I had it muted, just for ease of sake. So I'm using that. And is it good enough? Let me see. All right, you can hear me now, right? Y'all can hear me now, right? You can hear me now, right? Somebody? Yeah, I had it muted. Like I know Queen use OBS all the time. I don't use it too much. I used it a couple weeks ago, and now I'm using it on the Mac. I just updated it. And I linked it to my account. It asked me right away, and I'm trying to schedule a stream, and it won't let me. Even after I signed in, it won't let me schedule anything ahead of time. But also, then I started getting that to work. And then I started going live, and it just wouldn't work. And I rebooted the Mac. I shouldn't have to do that. And anyway, long story short, it is working. Obviously, what happened? I had it when I initially created it, and it says manage broadcast. I had to select the broadcast that I already created. Then everything connected. But it was asking me to log in again, which I already did one time already. So it's a little weird. Yeah, but you used to use, at one time you used to use OBS, right? Anyway, I just wanted, I haven't been on the Mac lately. I wanted to try things on the Mac. And of course, Larry, I updated OBS right away. It said there was an update. It had like, I don't know what it was on there. But I said, I'll update it. So it's working. And as you see, the title was, what was the title of this? The title was, and I don't know if I spelled that right or not. I didn't check. I'm doing anything real fast. New Year's resolution. My goal is not to buy any more guitars this year. My goal is not to buy any more guitars. I bought, I don't know, 6 of them? Even though they were all cheap guitars this past year, except for maybe 1 or 2. 6 or 7, but I think 4 of them were under $200. But and they play fine, you know. Look at that. I mean, so this is definitely the best quality camera I have. You can see, look, it does the bokeh thing in the background. It blurs the background. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But other than that, this pretty much, you know, OBS is pretty, it's the exact same thing almost as it is on the Windows machine. So I'm using, now here, I can tell you right now, my CPU usage is more on here than it is on my Windows machine. I'm like 17.4% of my CPU, but still, that's not much. Usually it's in the single digits on the Windows, but that doesn't mean anything. Not with this. But this is definitely, my Mac Mini is definitely the fastest computer I have in the house, without a doubt. It's newer. It's 2 years old. Everything else is 4 years old or older. But it's fast. And so I'm at 1080 at 30 frames per second. And I assume the video quality is good. And why am I moving my hand? I don't like people when they move their hands. I don't like that. Stop moving your hands. Okay. So I'm doing pretty good. I can't see now. The only thing I can't see how many people are watching. I'm strictly into YouTube. I mean on the OBS page, and now it has a chat function drop down dock, and I'm using that so I can type right in here. I don't have to go into YouTube. You know, put a pop-out chat. Oh, so that's really convenient. So I can just stay right on in OBS. I don't have to leave here for anything. But Larry, is the audio good enough? Is it real tinny or? I know the video quality, I assume, looks good. Yeah, I guess this is not a good time to do it. 6:07, 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, I didn't expect to have a whole ton of people in here. But let's see what happens. Let's see if anything looks different on the phone. Said it does. Yeah, I can see 4 is watching, including me, right? Yeah, not a good time. But good, because I normally don't use the built-in Sony mic rather, because they're pretty tinny. But I said let me use it one time, so I don't feel like if I use this, I have to be on top of be on top of it. I feel like doing that. Or use the Logitech mic. I could have done that too, but I think this might be a little bit better than the Logitech mic. I don't know, but this thing works so good. The Sony camera and the Elgato HDMI. What do you call it? The HDMI capture device. It just works so good. It works really good on my my 2 Windows machine. One's a little faster than the other, but it really works good on those. I mean, it works good on here too. Like, if I'm using my C920, which I can, I can switch to my, here you can see my, let's see if I can put 2 cameras on here at once. Video device. This one's going to be Logi. Let's put Logi, and let's go. Now there's my, see how it's jerky, and I have to open up the Logitech hub to adjust it and everything, but we don't want that. Yeah, it's just not as smooth as delete that. Smooth as the digital camera. Of course, you're talking about $60. The Sony thing, which is like, I have the cheapest digital camera, I think. Well, at least the Sony one is, I don't know, paid a little over $500 for it. And, but it works good. Good enough for me. So did everybody get treated good for the holidays? You get everything you wanted? I got, my wife got me, this is pretty cool. I think, did I do a live stream on this? I might have, alright. She got me these wood picks. And of course it's got my name on it, engraved on there. Mitch Rocks, but it's got these, let me see if I get it without dropping it. So, she had those Mitch and Margaret engraved on there, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna use it as picks. Wait a minute. Put that there. All right, let's see. Good. So the mic, in your opinion, Larry, I mean, it doesn't sound as good as this, or does it? Is it good enough to use? Hey, Gussie. There's Gussie. How you doing? I decided to go live with my Mac because I haven't done it in a long time. Gussie and I updated OBS, and things aren't working the way I thought they would work, but I got it to work. Don't ask me what I did, but I got it to work. And first thing I did, OBS, I updated it, and but I'm using my Sony digital camera, which is the best camera I have to use as from streaming live. Definitely the best camera to have in the house. It's not 4K, it's 1080, but It works quite well. And I'm using the built-in mic that's in it. It's letting me do that. So it's easy with the newer versions of OBS. It lets you manage your broadcast. And as soon as I updated, it wanted me to log into OBS. Or I'm sorry, OBS wanted me to log into my YouTube account so I can, make it easier to stream, set up a stream, manage your stream. So I did that, and I go to manage streams, and I'm manage my live streams in OBS, and I'm getting this error. It wouldn't let me. Why is it not working? So I I closed OBS, rebooted it back, and it was still doing it. So what I did was I went into settings and disconnected my YouTube account, and then I reconnected it again. This time it was working. I was able to create a schedule a live stream, and then when I went to click live, I was getting another error message. I had to click on a live stream or manage streams, and then I had to pick the one I created. As soon as I did that, everything connected. So it is working. So I don't have a whole lot to say other than my New Year's resolution is to not buy any more guitars ever again. I'm done. No more guitars ever again. No more guitars. And you know how long that will last. I think I got 6 or 7 guitars this past in 2002-3 with I think 4 of them were under $200. And I don't have the exact number. I'm not exactly sure. I have to write it down. Well, I have the Gear It. I got the Gear It, the recent one. I have the IYB. That's 2. I got the Monoprice was the first one. It's 3. And the LTD, the ESP EC10. It's 4. Oh, Leo James is 5. And then I got the Ibanez, a little more expensive, and the Warm Green SG Epiphan. So I think it is 7. I think I was right. Hey Rick, how you doing? Rick, I'm on my Mac. We're trying to. How would you like to buy a Mac, Rick? I think you would like it. I do like the Mac. I like this because it's a little faster than my Windows machines, but a Mac would serve me right. Everything I use on Windows, it works on a Mac, so it's great. I could use if I wanted to put Reaper on here, it would work. If I wanted to put DaVinci Resolve on here, it would work. I just have a small hard drive. So I got, I kind of manage what I like Final Cut Pro, although I haven't used it in a while. I need to go back on it and start playing with it, because I totally, like me and Larry were talking today, you don't use Final Cut Pro or even Logic, you're going to forget how to use it, and I do. But I came back here last night after we were talking, Gussie, when I came back last night from like 8 o'clock till 10. After I ate, I came in and played guitar for another 2 hours in here. I did record in, I didn't save it though, I did record in Logic, and it sounds just exactly the way I was playing it. So I do like the Focusrite does sound better on here than the M1 Audio. It does definitely, to my ears. But you were saying I should try different guitars. See, I only have one guitar set up a half a step down, and this is the only one. Well, I can use. I set up so I can use the whammy bar. Everything else is pretty much locked. Yeah, I know. It's you can't afford. Well, they're cheaper actually. The M2s are cheaper than the M1s. The base model, but you don't want the base model because it only has 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256, and they did something with they took something out that it's on the first gen or the M1s to make it slower on the memory, and you have to get the 16 gigabyte anyway. This is my M1 works fine for me. As long as I just got it. If I'm doing video on it, I just have to delete everything. When I'm done with the video, upload it. I don't need any video anymore. I'm just going to have to delete everything in on the Mac because it uses a lot of backup files and it takes up a lot of room. But once I'm done with the video and it's exported to where I'm going to, or backed up, I don't need it in Final Cut Pro anymore. So I can just delete it and just start over. And that works fine. It works fine. Yeah. I could move the camera over a little bit, but I don't have enough. See, this camera I'm using, I use a dummy battery because the regular battery would get too hot. So I have it plugged up to the wall, and then you have another cable for the HDMI capture card, which plugs into a USB port. And that's how it works. And when you're selecting a camera in OBS, it's like HDMI capture, Elgato HDMI. What is it called? It is called properties. It's called CamLink 4K, which is Elgato CamLink 4K capture card. Yeah, yesterday I was on the. I was just using the built-in webcam, like on the Logitech. Now I'm using the built-in built-in mic on the Sony. The digital camera. I don't know what sounds better. I thought I'd try because I don't think I ever used it really. Because always, if I was doing when I was doing multi-camera stuff. Oh, actually, I never recorded. When I was doing multi-camera, I don't think I used this. I don't think I did a multi-cam video with the Sony, which I should have. I might have done it once, but I didn't use the built-in. I used the good mic. After I synced everything up, I used the best mic, which is probably the Elgato, and synced it up. Yeah, I know when I'm. Although this sounds good, but I have to be on here like this all the time, like this. Who wants to do that? Who wants to be? Nah. And I do have that lapel mic, which would sound pretty good, as long as I don't talk too loud because it would clip. I don't even know where that is. Bruce, how are you, Mr. BHB Jr.? How are you, sir? Happy New Year. Nah, I just thought I'd just go live real quick on my Mac, which I don't use too much, and I need to start learning how to use it again before I start forgetting how. And yeah, Bruce, I've been watching you on Ryan's show. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't seen Charles on there lately. Charles Green. But yeah, I'm just talking about New Year's resolutions. My resolution is not to buy no more guitars this year. Anyway, Bruce, I've been on this kick for this last year. I got involved with some people. They play cheap guitars and they actually sound good. And I bought 7 cheap guitars this year. Not this year, 2002-03. 5 of them were under $200, and they actually play good. The pickup's a little weak, but I thought about maybe replacing some of the pickups. I was thinking about getting into learning how to replace my own pickups. Yeah, I like it when y'all do the round robin when everybody takes turns playing and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They all have some. They got some money invested in that stuff. I do everything everything's done digitally for me. I got rid of all my amps. I have a THR-10X, Yamaha THR-10X, 10 watt practice amp. It's the only amp I have in the house, but I can use it as a audio interface too. Well, I had my Boss Katana 100 watt that I could use as an audio interface too, but I sold that. I had my Line 6 Helix floor. I sold that because I was using Helix Native, which is all software, and they're interchangeable. I can, create a patch on the in the Helix Floor and just bring it into my Helix Native. And I bought that for $50 because it was on sale last Christmas. Hey, R2, Happy New Year. Anyway, I sold that. I sold it because I think it sounds exactly the same. I don't think it sounds how much, not much difference. And I sold it for like $1,200, something like that. Yeah, I think I sold it for $1,200. And I paid about 14. I had it for 4 years. I think I paid 13 something for it or something. So I didn't lose a whole ton of money. And I'm getting the same sound. I use that. I strictly use Helix Native. I do have Bias Effects, and I haven't been in there in a long time. Bias Effects. I have the what's the other one I have, Larry? The THU. I have that. Yes, you can use it. You can use it. That's how I set up. You have two i4s and a third gen, Bruce. I can tell you what to do. I mean, I helped. I helped Charles Green. I helped the bald-headed shredders know who he is. Yeah, you just see that if you have the 2i4, so I imagine it's like Gen 3 or something. You have to get a third-party software. If you can get this Lander plugin, which is free. Lander is like an online DAW, but there's this plugin you can use for nothing. They let you use this plugin. They don't charge you this plugin. So normally, let's say I don't know what DAW you use. If you use a DAW, Bruce, see a second gen. So you'll need to get either Lander, or if you use Reaper, you can do it in Reaper and use Reroute. There's a couple different methods to do it in Reaper. But if you get this program called Lander, and you have to make an account for it, and all you do is you install it and you put on your master track in your DAW. And that way, and you turn it on, put it in your master track. It's a VST. You'll sign it to put it on your master track. And any effect you put on there, let's say if you're going to go through StreamYards, you would just select your what Lander's using. It's using the virtual audio cables. So you would select that in StreamYards, or if you did it. Wait a minute. I have a piece of, and would love to not use a DAW possible. Oh, no, you can't. Well, how else would you can't. Oh, I thought you talked about going live. Are you talking about going live? I mean, if you go live, you can mic it, not like to use a DAW. Well, THU, and what do you have monitors? You say you have. I assume you have monitors for your DAW there. I mean, are you using that? I mean, I think you could try it in. You could try StreamYards, and I assuming you just want your mic to pick up your. It's not going to sound as good. If you use your mic to pick up the sound coming from your DAW. Yeah, honestly, the best way to do it is do it direct from your DAW. Really, that's going to be the best, the most professional and best sounding way to do it. Now, you could probably do it, let's say if you want your mic to pick up what's coming out of your speakers. I think if you did turn off the echo cancellation, turn on stereo, that might work. I'm not sure. Hey, Janice. But really, the best way, if you want to go live, the best way is to use, like I said, Lander or some kind of loopback. let's say the new Focusrite. I just bought a 2i2 Gen 4. It comes with loop back, and even the new Solo comes with a new loop back Gen 4, and it's so easy to set up. It's so easy to set up. Like when I'm doing something in a DAW, I don't have to do anything extra in whatever DAW, like in Reaper. I don't have to do anything extra. All I have to do is enable your loopback, and then it's going to automatically pick it up. When you, let's say if you're in StreamYard, you would select loopback as your mic, and it's going to pick everything up as your input device. Now you can have you'll have one if you have a mic, an XLR mic, and you will want to use that, so you don't have to go back and forth. And then your other track will be your guitar and all your effects. That's how you would do it. But if you just have a USB mic, you just like what Charles does, you'd have to go back and forth between the USB mic and Friedman FX preamp is awesome. You know what I did, R2? I'm on my Mac now, right? I bought, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, I bought a M Audio, one of the fancier ones, and I just went back to my Focusrite Solo one here because I think it sounds better. I mean, when I'm using my effects, if I'm using I just think it sounds better. I don't know, unless it's my deaf ears at my age. I will test out some things, and if it hit too hard, a rowback wouldn't. No, I don't mind. I like I said, I helped some other people locally. I helped, like I said, I helped Charles. I helped the bald-headed shredder. Yeah, it's not difficult to do. I mean, it's not really difficult. I don't know. Bruce? Do you ever use a DAW? Do you use Reaper or anything? Do you do anything? Brian, how is Brian Stewart doing? Happy New Year. How about them Colts? How about those Colts who beat, out of the 3 losses the Ravens have, that's one of their losses they had this year. Yeah, I have no problem, Bruce. You just hit me up. What we can do is, we could do a hangout in StreamYard. You don't have to go live. We can do a hangout in there. And I don't know if you use any DAW. The only thing I'm familiar with is like Logic Pro and or Reaper more than anything. I'm better at Reaper. And Reaper, like I said, I'll put Lander on the master track and on Windows. I put in Reaper, I put it on the master track, and then on Mac, in Logic Pro, I put it on the stereo track. Yeah, Reaper is free for 60 days, and it still works after that. Just gives you like a 5-second nag thing. I like Reaper. I've never used Ableton Live. I think I had one of the DAWs I bought one time, and I had a choice to download it, but I didn't mess with it. I don't remember. I just know everybody's going crazy. These 3 Raven wins they just had recently with Miami, San Francisco, and who was it? Jacksonville. I just overwhelmed the way they won those games. I didn't think. Frank, how is Frank? How are you, Frank? Happy New Year. Frank, I am on my Mac Mini M1, and I haven't done anything on here in a while, and I updated OBS, and I don't know, I got everything working. And I got my Sony digital camera, my A6000 working on here, and I'm using the mic built into the A6000 instead of my better mic, because I don't want to use my dynamic mic, because then I'd have to be talking, being on top of it all. I don't know. It might not sound as good, but it works. And anyway, the topic today was New Year's resolutions. No more guitars. No more guitars this year. Yeah, see how long that lasts. All right, I'm already eyeing one. Like I was. It's my dog scratching the door. I've been eyeing I've been buying these budget guitars the past year, and they sound good. And some of them sound better than the others. But I follow this guy, the bald-headed Shredder, and this guy is like unbelievable, really, really good guitar player. He's never even owned a Fender or a Strat, and he can blow rings around a lot. He's really good. And another guy I listen to a lot is a guy named Lester Mitchell, who he teaches too. He's a teacher too, and he's second to none. Alternate pick and shredding. I am so. Oh, I didn't hear. Yeah, that's how I am. I can't buy any. I usually sell something before I buy anything. I'm thinking about selling because I got 4 higher-end guitars, like 2 Gibsons and 2 Fenders, American Fenders. I was thinking about selling my Telecaster. Really thinking about selling my Telecaster. I had a high fret on there. I had it filed once, but it's doing it again. I don't know if it's the same one. But I'm at the point now, I'm pretty sure I know how to do all the stuff now. I don't know. And, all I did was just raise the action up a little bit on that one string, and it was fine, really. But, I don't know, I just kind of fell, I'm thinking I'm going to learn how to play country. I can't play anything else. How am I going to learn how to play country? But I didn't really I didn't play around with any country licks. Anywho, so let me see. The only thing, like I said, with this, like now with OBS, it's got the chat dock in here. I can see everything you do. I don't have to leave it, but it doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me how many people are watching. But if I go into here, so I see 12. That's pretty good for me right now. But yeah, I'm going to cut back on my guitars, at least if I don't sell anything. I've been putting off, like I said, thinking about selling the Telecaster Pro, but, Brian, how do you like that, that PRS SECE? Isn't that what you got? How are you liking that? And it was a good deal, too. It's not on sale anymore, but it was $5.59 or something. Yeah, I hope you feel better. I missed what's going on, but I hope you feel better, Brian. Paul, how you doing? I am on my Mac streaming live, Paul. I just had to I was thinking about going live today. Yeah, that's probably the only. Yeah, I wouldn't think I have to change anything else. I got ready. I sold my oh man, that's terrible. So many people are getting it now. It's like with this new strain. I sold my PRS SE Custom 24 to. I guess I'm allowed to say to somebody in here, and he upgraded it and came back good. But that thing, I loved the way it played. It just wasn't crazy about the pickups. That's the only thing and I always had second thought. Seller's remorse. I got this little cheap Garrett thing, and I got it set up where I can use the whammy bar, trying to do some Van Halen. I haven't played any Van Halen, and now mess around with it again, and Now I'm wishing I didn't sell my EV8 standard. Your guitar room's all torn apart, having some work done to the carpet. I got you. Yeah. But this here, I'm not set up to play it, but this here was $116. It has rolled fret ends. It's very heavy. The pickups are not good. I mean, good enough. They're ceramic, but I can work with it. I got a 2.5 step down, and I got it set up where I can bend down a little bit, and it doesn't sound bad. It's got rolled edges. But my high E string will get caught in a couple different spots. I need to maybe put a little bit of super glue on it, and I don't think I have to file anything down. But other than that, it plays well, for a cheap guitar. And yeah, seller's remorses. Well, I could look at, if you go back, back in the 70s, I had Telecasters and Stratocasters, American Telecasters and Stratocasters before. I probably paid more than $300 or $400 back then. Maybe used or something. I never kept them. I had it. Actually, I brought brand new a Gibson Les Paul, which was from 40 years ago. That was one of the best playing guitars I had. I think I got that brand new. That probably wasn't more than $400. Back then. I didn't keep it because I played guitar. I would get out of it. I mean, there was maybe a couple since 1969 or since I was 15, 70 or something. I maybe a couple periods, like maybe 10-year periods. I never touched a guitar. At least one 10-year I got out and got back into it. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, it's cheap. Like I said, I've been on this thing, on these cheap guitar forums, and some of these people play really good, and I can play just as bad on a $100 guitar as I can on my $2,400. So it sounds bad either way. So I had. Are these? Yeah, I have one too. Are they ceramic pickups for that? I had a. I don't had it about a year. I got bought a used. Made in Mexican Strat. It was like, I paid like $600 used. And I had it for a year, and I think maybe a year and a half. I sold it for $500. So I don't lose too much. It was good, but I have a deluxe, which is right there on the end. Right there, American Deluxe Stratocaster from 2015. And I like that. That ain't going anywhere. That plays very good. But it's HSS. But it's got the low noise pickups. A lot of people don't like that. But I like it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, 10K. Nah, I never got into comics. I started getting into baseball card collection. I mean, as fast as I got into it, I got out of it. Like I was buying the tops, the whole set, not opening up. Maybe a year or two, and I just sold everything. I didn't have a whole lot, but. Oh yeah, we're supposed to get. Same here, Janice. Well, you're way north of me. We might be on. I'm in Hanover, like the Maryland line, and I don't know. We might get between snow and rain, so hopefully we don't get too much. 68 degrees, I bet. Yeah, we might get some. We could get a substantial, maybe 3 inches of snow Saturday, maybe nothing, or maybe more. It's still too early to say. Let me share. Let me see if I can. I think I'm going to share a page here with this. Let me see if I need to go. This is a budget guitar, and it was made by the bald-headed Shredders specs, and it's a Leo James. Actually, let me see. Let me look at his. Where's his community page? He said there was. Yeah, let me yeah, there's 5 left. Let me bring up this page here real quick. Let me see. I can do this. Open. Let me see. It's a while since it did it. We want to get a. Max screen capture. I think that's it. Let me see if I can do. No, we don't want that. We want window capture. And no. It ain't working. This will work. Here, I just got to minimize everything. All right, y'all can see that. I trust everybody can see that I'm kind of interested in this. It's a Leo James Monsoon. Anyway, and it's got an Eco 5 pickups, blah blah blah. And this was made. The specs were provided by the Bald-Headed Shredder, which is a YouTube channel I follow a lot, and it's really good. But he can play a banjo. And he can shred on a banjo. It sound that good. But anyway, if I do get another guitar, it's gonna be that. But you know what? It's not working, is it? Hold on. You're not seeing it. Why are you not seeing it? Are you guys? Why can't it share my? Are you guys seeing the web page I'm trying to display? It's not showing. Let me see. Let me go out of here real quick. I'm getting mad. All right, it's okay. It is all right. It's just lagging behind so much. Anyway, that's the guitar I would get. All right, we know that works. All right, let me turn that off. All right, I'm back. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in that. But I mean, if go check out the Bald-Headed Shredder. Go. He did a review on it about 4 videos ago, 4 or 5. Just check it out. It's called the Monsoon, Leo James Monsoon. And check his anytime he's reviewing a guitar, he's writing a song for it, and he shreds, and it just sounds really good. My Bumblebee should be here soon. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I'm having seller's remorse with my a little bit with my EVH Standard, but I can get one for just I could buy one for the same thing I sold it for, maybe a little less. I didn't lose too much money when I sold it. Anyway, but so one more guitar this year, unless I sell more than one, but we'll see. I assume everybody had a great Christmas in here. And I hope your finger's getting better, R2. I know you did a number on your finger. I hope you're getting better there. I think I remember that. I think I remember. Yeah, there's a couple people had some EVH standard and they took it back or whatever. That thing stayed in tune. I didn't use it a whole lot. I used it enough. That thing just stayed in tune. I had it tuned to half step down and kept it there. It just stayed in tune. That was the only thing. One thing I didn't like about it. The neck wasn't real wide. I like a little wider neck, even though I have short fingers. But I like a little wide neck. It was a little too. I got kind of fat fingers, and it was a little not quite wide enough. Yeah, I had the black one, the satin black one. But you can find them for, if I wanted to get something like that, for around $350, $400, used. And that's what I sold. I think I sold it for $375. Did you have you had the standard or the? Wait a minute. Did you have a standard or did you have a special or? Yeah, there was a big difference in what I had compared to what. All the ones I tried of yours, Frank's, yours were all nice. Although I think I liked the black one the best, didn't I? The black one you had. Even though they were the same, they all felt different for whatever reason. Yeah, it had a little weight to it. Oh my gosh! Oh, I didn't know you did it on the show because I was watching it. I was going back and forth. I didn't realize you cut it there or heard it there. Three specials, right? Yeah, you got some. Frank had some. You got some good equipment. You got some really good guitars. That's for sure. Oh, you had, okay, you did have the special Deep Purple. Yeah, I love Zebra pickups. Man, I just love them. I wish I had them on my, if I had them on my Les Paul, it'd be good. I do have them on my, I got them, we're doing it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have it on my Les Paul Epiphone with the Pearly Gates. They're Zebra. Pearly Gates, and they sound good. My best sounding pickups in here are my Les Paul, my Gibson Les Paul, Gibson SG, and the Seymour Duncan Pearly Gates in the Epiphone. Those are my favorite pickups. I don't care. I'm not a fan of P90s. I got some not good ones. I got P90s in that Epiphone SG Warren. The P90's in there. Of course, I'm sure it's not going to be the same if you got a Gibson, something with Gibson P90s. And then I got one of these TVL cheap Special 2s with P90s. They sound all right, but I still like I just like humbuckers the way they sound. And I know from buying these cheap guitars, I'm not too much a fan of ceramics, I guess. But I can, using software, using Helix Native, I can play around with it enough to get a decent sound, I think. Yeah, I like my SG. It's very light, and that cheap monitor price I got last December, a year ago. That's the first cheap guitar I got. But I got really playing good. But the pickups are like, they're ceramic, and they just don't ring out at all. But it plays really good. So I thought about at least there was ceramic on this cheap one too. But they will ring out. But they just don't sound great on that one. I thought about switching them out. We'll see. I don't want to buy a cheap guitar. I mean, you don't put $200 worth of pickups in a cheap guitar. It's kind of defeating its purpose. But they do have off-brand pickups that people rave about, you know, Music Lily or something. I don't know. I might try one. Even if you buy some Fender or made in Mexico pickups, they're still going to sound better than what's in. And they're not too much money. Those T-Mex pickups, I don't think they're too much. I don't know. Let's see how many people we have in here watching. We got still 12. Okay. Okay, that's all right. The usual. Can we see my, let's see. See if I can reach it. Yes. My SG, what year is it? It is I think 2020. Nice looking. It's light. I think the neck, it must be, the neck looks, it might be moving because of the weather. It looks the action, it feels alright. I don't like my action super low. Just don't like it super low. And but here's my Telecaster I'm thinking about selling. American Pro Series Telecaster. Nice looking guitar. Of course, when I start playing it, I said, nah, and it does sound good. I said, man, maybe I don't want to sell it. But it's nice. And let's see what else I can get here. All right, like I said, I got back in playing in 2015 after not playing for 10 years, something like that. This is what I got. I had my local shop. This is I guess 2015 Fender Deluxe, American Fender Deluxe. It's got the noiseless pickups. I like them. A lot of people don't like them, but I haven't played this in a while. But I got it locked. I had them lock it in there. I don't really use the whammy bar on anything unless I'm trying to play bad Van Halen stuff. And this is the road worn. It's a SG Classic Epiphone, worn green, Everest green, something like that. I think I wanted something with the P90s, and it sounds okay. It has alpha pots in there, not the regular size. It doesn't sound bad, but I still like. And it's easy to play and feels good. Light too. Oh, I forgot to mention this. When I was getting some cheap ones, I got this. This is an LTD EC10, and they get on sale for like $150. I love these pickups in here. They sound great. I really love these pickups in here. And this thing plays good. I like the pickups for the money. If you want to, have a child, if they want to take lessons, this is a guitar to get. Or get the they have a Strat style one too, and which I was thinking about getting. But this thing plays good. I got everything down. Everything is low. I think the action is fine. I'd have to probably put a shim in there if I wanted to make it, but it's low enough. It's good. And I have 10. I have 10s on here. I like 10s. I use 9s on everything except for my Gibsons. Oh my Gibsons. They all have 10s. This has 10s, but everything else 9s are fine. Oh. And here's another cheap one I got. And this thing plays good. This is that TVL Special 2, whatever it is. It's got the P90s, another $150 guitar. It plays really good action. It sounds fine. I'm not having any issues staying in tune with it, like some people complain about. It plays fine. I mean, I start playing it, and then I can't put it down, you know. Alright, I got this. This is a 2011 Epiphone Les Paul. I got it, when did I get it? I got it about 6 years ago, maybe, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. And I was up at Guitar Center. I mean, I had in mind to get, and never had a Les Paul. Well, the one I had, the Paul I had. Anyway, I'm kind of looking at a Les Paul, like maybe a tribute, one of the cheaper ones. And you know, of course, when you're at Guitar Center, taking something off the wall, it's not set up right. So I'm looking at these tributes and these cheaper Les Pauls, and I couldn't get a gauge, I couldn't get a feel for them because they weren't set up right. And I go to the used section, I picked this thing up immediately, and it played perfectly, the way I like to play. It was perfect. But since I had these Seymour Duncan Pearly Gates put in, I had everything. I had CTS pots put in, I think a Switchcraft 3-way switch, and needless to say, my best sounding guitars are, you know, they're probably more expensive ones. The Les Pauls, the SG Les Paul, this, and probably the the Stratocaster. But this thing plays good too. It really plays good. I did try to sell it once, and I learned, which Brian probably knows, is the people that upgrade the guitars. Make sure you keep your old parts, because when you try to sell it with those new parts, doesn't mean you're going to get any extra for it. I learned that, because when he upgraded this, I didn't do it. I had my shop do it, my local shop, and I let him keep the old parts. Actually, I might have the old parts, but I think I gave them away, not thinking about it. But Don! Happy New Year, Don. I decided to go live today, Don, because I haven't used my Mac in a while to go live, and I forget how to do things on a Mac if I don't start doing it every day or start using it. And they, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. So my resolution is never to buy a guitar again until I sell one. Basically that. But all right, do I have more guitar? I think let's show you. I got 3 more. I'm getting a workout here. Maybe I'll lose weight picking up these heavy guitars. So this is, I got a cheap cable, cheap strap. Anyway, I always wanted a Les Paul. So I got this about 5 years ago now, Don. Actually, I had a Classic. I didn't like the Classic. Took it back, and I got this. It was more money there. I like this color, and I know this, for whatever reason, the Blue Burst gets really trashed on YouTube. I don't know why. I love it. But this does have the lock and tuner. So does my the Stratocaster had lock and tuner. This is really good. I need to start playing. I haven't played this lately, but it's beautiful. But it's got that electronic. I mean, it's got those dip switches in the back, and you can do all the stuff with. I don't mess with any of that. It sounds fine, and It's just a beautiful guitar. Just beautiful. It's coming out good too on it. Beautiful. Here's one of the ones I got in the past here. This got some little bit of weight to it. This is a GRS 121. It's a Geo, cheap Ibanez, not a cheap. This was around 270. Not a cheap Geo, but anyway, this had really good reviews. This plays really good too. I'm not crazy about the pickups, but other than that, I mean, if I ever learned how to shred one day, this would be good. It's 24 fret. But this is a nice looking guitar. Sometimes it looks blue and purple. It's got that roasted maple neck. I think I paid $270 for it. It goes for like $300 or a little. But this is pretty. Hey, Jesse, is Jesse in here? You got Don. Hey, Happy New Year, guys. A little bit of show and tell here. But this plays good. It plays good. One more. I got one more guitar. All right. My first Leo James. I love this color. This was like $140. And this thing plays really, it didn't have to do anything. No sharp fret edge, still don't have any with the weather changing. I just love this color. And it has Alnico 5 pickups in it, as it says it right on there, but I'm sure they're not. I don't know. I mean, Alnico 5, but I'm sure it sounds good. It sounds fine. That's why I thought about getting rid of my American. But I just love this color. I mean, a lot of people don't like that color, but I do. And that's it. You saw all my guitars. That's all I got. So, you all know my collection. I think it's 13 right now. Yeah, I mean, I got 13 guitars. So, I mean, there's a lot of people have a lot more than that. I like that color. A lot of people don't like it. I think I had a pink. I had a Cort guitar, CORT, years ago. Like a second. I think it was brand new. It was like $100 back in the 80s or something. That thing had great action, really good action. Oh, you're welcome, Bruce. Thank you for watching. So, I want to thank you guys. So it's about an hour now. I want to thank everybody for stopping. Dwight Bailey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. Everybody stopped in and really appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm a little self-conscious doing these things by myself. So we got 14 people here, especially when I had some issues setting it up. I just wanted to do it on a Mac, see if everything worked the same way as it does on Windows. I mean, I updated OBS right away, and there's some issues. Anyway, I got it working. That's all that matters. And it sounds fine. You got 14. That's pretty good. I'm real satisfied for that. I've been going for an hour. So I'm going to thank everybody before I sign out of here. So who we have here? Frank, Janice, Gussie, Paul Lou, Dwight Bailey, Bruce, Mr. BHB Jr., Don, 2 and 3 chord jams. You need to try to go live at least one more time, Don. You got to try. Larry, Lars Guitars, Jesse's Guitars, Paul Lou, Brian Stewart, the usual suspects, the usual gang. Yeah, I think I said everybody. There might be, R2, R3, Lock and Nut, the Shredder, Oh, by the way, if you're still here, Art, you had that one guy on Ryan's show, the guy with the green guitar. I think he's from the UK or something. I think, did Larry tell me that? Oh man, he can shred. That guy. I think he had an Ibanez or something to do with Ibanez. Oh, he can shred. He can really shred. I mean, so can Charles Green. He can shred. But I tell you, if you check out the Bald Shredder, check out some of his stuff, the Bald Shredder, and check out Lester Mitchell. Lester Mitchell, he's just unreal, and he teaches lessons, and I think I bought one of his lesson packs. But he teaches lessons. I think he does YouTube, and he'll do like stream. You could do lessons online with Skype, I guess, and stuff like that if you wanted to. But he's really the Doll Pod. Happy New Year. I know. I'm sorry, Doll Pod. You can watch the replay. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming in. I just wanted to play around with my Mac and get enough. I hate going live by myself. I just have no self-conscious. I hate the way, if I could put a paper bag over my head, I might be a little bit, more, do it more often. Anyway, but everything works. So I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, a safe Happy New Year. May better things happen this year than last year, and everybody be safe. Oh, you're quite welcome, and hit me up, Bruce. I mean, if you want to get in touch with me, here I can tell you what I don't want to type my email address, but it's like, I'm just going to do this. And the rest of it is at, the gmail.com. Oh, let me, MMAN046 at Gmail. Yeah, I don't want to. I get enough spam. All I get is spam. I get emails from, websites I subscribe to. Or Guitar Center, all the music places and stuff like that. And one thing about what I do like about Gmail is they got a good spam filter. Really, I think they do. I very rarely, nothing almost gets through. Everything goes in my spam, and not that I get a whole ton. I don't get a lot at all, really, but I might get 3 or 4 every now and then. But it always goes in spam folder. It's really good. All right, guys, I'm going to cut it out here. I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all stay safe and have a great Happy New Year. And stay safe. See you guys. Bye. Bye. Oh, Dale. Happy New Year, Dale. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you very much. See you guys.